Shalom, friends. Rabbi Bradley Shavit Artson here from the Ziegler School of Rabbinic Studies, American Jewish University. We are beginning the final book of the Torah, the book of Devarim, of Deuteronomy today, which is Moses' recollections and his assigning meaning to the events that have occurred over the past 40 years of Israelite history, wandering out of Egypt, the miracles, the plagues, and then arriving at the very boundary of the Promised Land. And not surprisingly, he begins with two observations. He notices that the people have become so many and so diverse that he can't by himself lead them anymore. And so God instructs him to pick wise and discerning people who will be able to judge. And then the Torah lays out standards for what that justice is. And I want to highlight two pieces that the Torah asks us to focus on. The Torah says, Lo takiru fanim b'mishpat, that you should not respect persons in judgment. Right? Meaning, I assume that justice, mishpat, should be applied fairly to all people, regardless of who they are, what group they belong to, what gender, what age, how rich or how poor. Everybody has a right to equal justice under the law. And that is an underpinning of the Torah itself and the Bible, and that is an underpinning of contemporary democracy as well. But it doesn't stop there. The Torah goes on to say, Lo taguru mipnei ish, that you should not be afraid of the face of any person. Now let's think about the language here. Lo taguru mipnei ish, you should not be afraid of any person's face. Meaning, however powerful they may be, however well connected, however privileged, compared to God, we are all equal. Compared to our innate human dignity, we are all equal. And so to walk around in fear of somebody or of their face, well, that's a betrayal of justice too. And can we take it in an additional direction? To be afraid of a face is to say there are some faces that are more scary than others. And don't we all do that? Don't we judge people by exterior characteristics, the color of their skin, their gender, their age, their orientation, the glitter that they carry with them? There are so many ways that we are afraid of people's faces. And so the Torah lays out two primary requirements for any society that hopes to be a beloved community. The first of them is that you don't respect persons, that everybody has access to mishpat, to justice, equally. And the second, and equal importance, is you're not afraid of any face. Nobody can intimidate you, nobody can move you away from what is right. And the flip side of that, nobody makes us afraid just because of their appearance, just because of how they present themselves or what group they seem to be part of, their skin color, their abilities, their gender, that we have to see every face as reflecting God's beautiful image, every human being equally deserving of justice. Shalom.